Jah, meie järgmine esineja on C Kelley, kes on väga huvitav ja väga inspireeriv mees. Ta oli meie eelmise aasta konverentsil ka kui üks väga kõige põnevamatest esinejatest. Ja Charles on pastor, ta on Läti juurtega, aga elab Ameerikas. Ta on väga hea muusik ja tema nüüd üks selline inimene, kes hakkas ka kunsti tegema üpris kõrges eas, kuskil 50-aastaselt. Nii et ta on minu meelest küll nagu looja selle sõna väga suures tähenduses, kes valdab nii palju erinevaid keeli, et nii sõna kui ka muusikat, kui ka seda visuaalset poolt. Ja tema räägib siis oma loomisprotsessidest ja oma loomise lugudest. Ja meil on tore tõlkija ka, kes tuleb kohe siia appi, et te saate aru, mida Charles räägib. I want to this one.
Well, how much time do I have? Okay, I'll try. Okay, he's... I won't use it. No. I'm very happy to be with you today.
Mul on väga hea meel siin olla teie ees.
And it's always a joy to be in Estonia and to share my heart and thoughts with you.
Ja on alati väga hea meel olla Eestis ja jagada enda mõtteid ja ideid teiega.
I have an impossible assignment.
Mul on üks võimatu ülesanne antud.
Because the topic is creativity, which is huge.
Sest teema on looming, mis on ju nii suur.
And at the same time, there's an exhibition that's opening right in the next room called Secret Double, or what's it called? Yeah.
Ja siis teises ruumis siin kõrval on siis avatamas näitus, mille nimi on siis varjatud pool.
And that's important. It's an important exhibition, and it's related to creativity.
Ja see on väga oluline näitus ja see on seotud loominguga.
And at the same time, dear Cooley's asked me to play piano.
Ja samal ajal Külli on palunud mul mängida klaverit.
Maybe I'm supposed to stand on my head too.
Võib-olla peaksin ka pea peal seisma.
Okay. So I'd like to begin by saying I'm not a professional pianist or a professional artist.
Ja ma alustaks sellega, et ma ütleks, et ma ei ole professionaalne klaverimängija ega artist.
But as was mentioned earlier, as a creation of a creative God, I've been able to use the gifts he's given me.
Aga kui Jumala looming, mul on võimalus siis kasutada neid andeid, mis ta mulle on andnud.
For my own health.
Minu enda tervise jaoks.
And the deepening of my faith.
Ja minu usu sügavamaks muutumiseks.
And also as a blessing for other people.
Ja samuti ka õnnistuseks teiste inimeste jaoks.
And then as a mechanism to reach those who don't yet know Christ.
Ja ka kui mehhanismi, millega siis jõuda inimesteni, kes veel ei tunne Jumalat.
All of this is important.
Kõik see on väga oluline.
So I'm going to play 3 songs in the next 40 minutes and then talk in between the songs.
Ja järgmise 40 minuti jooksul ma mängin 3 lugu ja räägin siis nende lugude vahel.
So I'll introduce the songs now and then I won't introduce them later.
Ja ma tutvustan neid lugusid siis praegu ja mitte hiljem.
I started playing piano when I was just 6 years old.
Ma hakkasin klaverit mängima, kui ma olin 6-aastane.
And when I was a teenager, I began to write my own compositions.
Ja kui ma olin teismeline, hakkasin ma juba kirjutama oma klaveripalasid.
And when I was married at age 22, there was a desire to write a composition in the honor of my wife.
Ja kui ma sain 22 ja abiellusin, siis mul tuli soov kirjutada klaveripalas enda abikaasa jaoks.
So that's the first one I'll do.
Ja see ongi esimene lugu, mille ma teile
And then
mängin.
in the middle of the talk, I'll play another song And it's completely different motive.
ja keset enda juttu ma mängin siis teise loo, mis on täiesti teistsuguse motiiviga.
I love all sorts of music. I love jazz and pop and sacred and classical.
Mulle meeldib väga palju erinevat muusikat, mulle meeldib džäss, pop, ülistuslaulud ja nii edasi.
And I studied classical piano for 10 years.
Ja ma õppisin siis klassikalist klaverimängu 10 aastat.
And one of my favorite composers is Beethoven.
Ja üks mu lemmik siis muusikakirjutajaid on Beethoven.
And so one day last year, I sat and analyzed one of Beethoven's pieces.
Ja eelmine aasta ma istusin ja analüüsisin ühte Beethoveni paladest.
And I decided I wanted to use his structure, but create a new song. I wanted to innovate.
Ja ma tundsin, et ma tahan kasutada Beethoveni struktuuri, aga kirjutada uue loo. Tahtsin olla innovaatiline.
And so I wonder if you'll recognize which Beethoven piece I'll be playing a little bit later.
Ja huvitav, kas te tunnete ära, mis Beethoveni lugu ma mängin natukene hiljem.
And thirdly, I firmly believe that the more suffering we experience, the more powerful our creative expressions can be.
Ja kolmandaks, ma tugevalt usun, et mida rohkem kannatust me kogeme, seda suurem on meie loomeprotsess.
Great suffering can lead to powerful expressions of art.
Suur kannatus võib viia jõudsa ekspressioonini kunstis.
And you see, we cannot plan our sufferings.
Aga vaadake, me ei saa planeerida enda kannatusi.
We're going to take out our calendar and say, okay, on May the 14th, I think I will get bit by a tick.
Et näiteks 14. ma saan hammustatud puugi poolt.
And then I'll have encephalitis.
Ja siis ma saan entsefaliidi.
No, we can't plan that. It just comes to us.
Seda ei saa planeerida, see lihtsalt tuleb meile.
Like all suffering, it comes to us and then we experience it, then we respond to it.
Ja siis see tuleb meile, me kogeme seda ja me vastame sellele.
And in my life, my daughter has suffered much.
Ja minu elus minu tütar on palju kannatanud.
And just like others in my family, my mother and my father, she struggles with serious addictions.
Ja nagu ka minu ema ja isa varasemalt, ka tema siis võitleb raskete sõltuvustega.
So a few years ago, I was alone and I was thinking about her. I was praying for her. So I wrote a composition of love for my daughter.
Ja mõned aastad tagasi, kui ma palvetasin ja mõtlesin temast, siis ma kirjutasin ühe pala ka temast.
Okay, and I'll close my talk with that piece.
Ja enda jutu lõpetan ma selle klaveripalaga. See oli siis minu abikaasale.
It's sometimes said that creativity cannot be defined.
Vahest öeldakse, et loovust ei saa leida.
And yes, we just heard a definition of creativity.
Ja me just kuulsime siis loovuse definitsiooni.
And every book that I read about creativity contains a different definition of creativity.
Ja iga raamat, mida ma loen, siis omab erinevat definitsiooni sellest, mis on loovus.
So I'll just say it like this.
Ja ma ütlen seda niimoodi siis.
Creativity is the process of having original ideas that have value.
Loovus on siis protsess, kus sul on originaalsed ideed, millel on väärtus.
There are 3 words that go together.
3 sõna, mis läheb kokku.
Creativity and imagination and innovation.
Loovus, innovatsioon ja kujutlusvõime.
Imagination is the root of creativity.
Kujutlusvõime on siis loovuse vundament.
It's the ability to bring to mind things that are not yet present to our senses.
Võime tuua ellu asju, mida ei ole veel olemas.
Creativity is putting your imagination to work.
Loovus on panna enda kujutlusvõime tööle.
It's not just dreaming about something.
See ei ole lihtsalt milleski unistamine.
It's applying the imagination to something.
See on panna enda kujutlusvõime tööle kuidagi.
And then innovation is putting the new idea into some sort of practice.
Ja innovatsioon on panna siis uus idee mingisse praktikasse.
And of course that leads to design.
Ja see viib siis disainini.
And it leads to improvement.
Ja see viib parandamiseni.
How much different is an automobile in 2018 than it was in 1918?
Kui palju erinev on näiteks auto sellest, mis on praegu 2018 võrreldes 1918?
There was imagination, there was creativity and continual innovation.
Seal oli loovus, seal oli kujutlusvõime, seal oli innovatsioon.
There are 4 misconceptions of creativity.
Ja on 4 siis vale arusaama loovusest.
One is that only special people are creative.
Esiteks, et ainult erilised inimesed on loovad.
And the pastor just shared this as well. This is a myth.
Ja pastor just jagas seda sama, et see on müüt.
And some would say that creativity is only about the arts.
Ja mõned ütleks, et loovus on ainult kunstidega seotud.
It's understandable why people would say that.
Ja on arusaadav, miks inimesed seda ütleksid.
Some would say that creativity cannot be taught. It's just something you're born with.
Ja mõned ütlevad, et loovus on midagi, mida ei saa õpetada, sa sünnid sellega.
Or others, more free thinking, would say creativity is about uninhibited free expression.
Ja mõned ütleksid, et loovus on piiramatu eneseekspressionism.
Yeah, like my 2-year-old grandson. He just expresses.
Nagu minu 3-aastane lapselaps, tema lihtsalt joonistab.
Well, creativity is a bit more than that.
Loovus on natuke enamat kui see.
Because it draws from the many powers that we all have because we're created in the image of God.
Sest see saab jõudu mitmetest jõududest, kuna me oleme loodud Jumala poolt.
Because God is creative, He made us creative too.
Kuna Jumal on loov, siis ta tegi ka meid loovateks.
And this intersects all areas of life.
Ja see hõlmab siis kõiki eluvaldkondi.
In the science, in art, in technology.
Teaduses, kunstis, tehnoloogias.
In the kitchen, on the sports field.
Köögis, spordiväljakul.
Even in politics.
Isegi poliitikas.
Creativity is what separates us from all other living beings. Again, what was just shared, but in different words.
Loovus on see, mis eraldab meid teistest inimestest, mida ka jagati eelnevalt.
Human beings will never live on the same level or in the same world as other creatures.
Inimesed ei ela samal tasandil, mitte eales nagu teised loomad meie ümber.
Because only humans made in God's image can create environments.
Sest ainult inimesed, kes on tehtud siis Jumala palge järgi, saavad luua.
We create languages, we create the world of ideas.
Me loome keeli, me loome ideede maailma.
We create theories, we create experiments.
Me loome teooriaid, me loome eksperimente.
We create great cities.
Me loome suuri linnu.
We're continually doing it, and all of us are.
me teeme pidevalt seda ja kõik me teeme seda.
Now, I could go on and on about various views of creativity.
ma võiks rääkida erinevatest vaadetest loovusele.
It's important for economics.
see on oluline majandusele.
It's critical every day for problem solving.
see on kriitiline probleemide lahendamisel iga päev.
And that it is impossible apart from taking risks.
ja see on võimatu ilma riskide võtmiseta.
And creativity always involves failure.
ja loovus alati hõlmab ka läbikukkumisi.
Did you know that more than 90% of all scientific experiments fail?
kas sa teadsid, et rohkem kui 90% kõikidest teaduslikest eksperimentidest kukub läbi?
Creativity takes lots of patience.
loovus võtab palju kannatust.
You have an idea and you try to develop it.
sul on idee ja sa tahad seda arendada.
Maybe it's to solve a problem or to create something that communicates something.
võib-olla sa tahad lahendada probleemi või teha midagi, mis kommunikeerib teiste inimestega.
I was a pastor in America for many years and I had a scientist in my church.
ma olin pastor mitmeid aastaid Ameerikas ja mul oli üks teadlane minu kirikus.
And he worked for Shell Oil Company.
ja ta töötas Shelli siis naftafirma jaoks.
And he was one of the scientists that created formulas for gasoline.
ja tema oli siis üks nendest teadlastest, kes lõi retsepte kütuse jaoks.
And he created a formula called Shell XL100.
ja tema lõi siis ühe retsepti Shell XL100.
And it sounded cool.
ja see kõlas väga ägedalt.
So all the Shell stations put Shell XL100.
ja kõikides kütuse siis tanklates oli Shell XL100.
And he came to me once and he said, do you know what that really means?
ja siis ta tuli ükskord minu juurde ja küsis, kas sa tegelikult tead, mis see tähendab?
It means that the first 99 formulas for that gasoline didn't work.
see tähendab seda, et esimesed 99 retsepti ei toiminud.
He was creative, but he was persistent.
ta oli loov, aga ta oli ka järjekindel.
But the main thing I want to communicate with you today is that creativity is rooted in pain.
aga peamine asi, mida ma tahan teile öelda, on see, et loovus on kinni valus.
Disappointments and suffering.
pettumustes ja kannatustes.
Also in tragedies.
ja ka tragöödiates.
And these words are synonymous with the 100 years of history of Estonia.
ja need sõnad on sünonüümid 100 aasta kohta, mis on Eestis toimunud.
In every family.
iga pere.
In every community.
iga kogukond.
In the nation as a whole.
ja riigis tervikuna.
And of course in every individual.
ja ka igas indiviidis.
The exhibition that's opening today is also about pain and suffering and creativity.
ja ka näitus, mis täna avatakse, on valust, kannatustest ja loovusest.
And I want to go deeper and I want to focus like a laser on one of the most serious sufferings of today.
ja ma tahan minna fookuses ühe kannatuseni, mis on tänapäeval.
Countless thousands of people in Estonia suffer from serious depression.
tuhanded inimesed Eestis kannatavad tõsist depressiooni.
And it may not seem like an attractive theme for an art exhibition.
ja see ei tundu nagu atraktiivne teema kunstinäituse jaoks.
But it's an important topic.
aga see on väga oluline teema.
And so this art exhibition is designed to raise the subject.
ja see kunstinäitus on disainitud, et tõsta seda teemat.
Let's look at something that's dangerous right in the eye.
vaatame midagi, mis on ohtlik otse silma.
Let's not play games with it.
ärme mängi mänge sellega.
Let's not deny it.
ärme eita seda.
Let's show how it looks.
näitame, kuidas see välja näeb.
And in the process, let's hope and let's pray that those who suffer from it will seek help.
ja selle käigus loodame ja palvetame, et need inimesed, kes sellest kannatavad, saaksid abi.
And that those who are in the position to offer help will do just that.
ja need inimesed, kes on positsioonis, et aidata, saaksid aidata.
Now, I'm going to, this exhibition is about pain, and now I'm going to tell my story as it relates to the exhibition.
ja kuna see näitus on valust, siis ma räägin enda loo, mis on seotud valuga.
It's also about help and hope, and so is my story.
ja see näitus on ka abist ja lootusest ja samuti on minu lugu.
Depression is a Latvian problem.
depressioon on Läti probleem.
I know, because I'm half Latvian, and I've witnessed the destruction firsthand.
Ma tean, sest ma olen ka pooleldi lätlane ja ma olen seda näinud esmakätt.
Depression is an American problem.
Depressioon on ka ameeriklaste probleem.
I know it because I'm half American and has lived most of my life there, and I've lived it.
Kuna ma olen pool ka ameeriklane ja olen elanud enamuse oma elust seal ja tundnud seda.
Depression is an Estonian problem.
Depressioon on ka Eesti probleem.
Estonia has one of the highest rates of suicide in the world.
Eestil on üks kõrgemaid enesetapu protsente siis maailmas.
It's not merely a personal problem.
See ei ole ainult personaalne probleem.
It's a family problem.
See on ka perekonna probleem.
A generational problem.
See on ka põlvkonna probleem.
It destroyed the life of my mother.
See lõhkus minu ema elu.
It took the life of my father.
See võttis minu isa elu.
Depression is real.
Depressioon on reaalne.
It's common.
See on tavaline.
It doesn't discriminate.
See ei diskrimineeri.
Doesn't care if you're male or female, young or old, rich or poor.
See ei hooli, kas sa oled mees, naine, noor, vana, rikas, vaene.
Depression doesn't care what ethnicity you are.
See ei hooli, mis rassist sa oled.
It's a danger to everyone.
See on oht kõigile.
Now, some people would just say it's a weakness.
Mõned ütleksid, et see on nõrkus.
And so we shouldn't talk about it.
Ja me ei peaks sellest rääkima.
We have this weakness, let's hide it so people won't look down on us.
Meil on see nõrkus ja peidame selle ära, et inimesed ei vaataks meile alla.
And so they avoid the depths of the issue.
Ja inimesed väldivad selle sügavust, selle probleemi sügavust.
And they just call it spiritual failure.
Ja nad lihtsalt ütlevad, et see on vaimne siis läbikukkumine.
This is common in churches.
See on tavaline kirikutes.
Not wanting to really go deep with the issue, we just say, if you only had more faith.
Ja ei minda siis sügavuti, vaid öeldakse ainult, et kui sul vaid oleks rohkem usku.
And it carries with it fear and anxiety.
Ja see kannab endaga kaasas hirmu ja ärevust.
And since we tend to deny it, we suppress, we hold back the symptoms of blackness.
Ja kuna me tahame seda siis eitada, me hoiame tagasi selle sümptomeid mustusest, tumedusest.
I bet as I list a few things, many in this room will identify.
Ja kui ma nimetan siin erinevaid asju, ma usun, et mitmed ka siit ruumist tunnevad ennast ära.
It brings lack of energy.
See toob kaasa energiapuuduse,
Deep sadness.
sügava kurbuse,
Self-destructive thoughts.
ennast hävitavad mõtted.
And yet it's not acceptable socially very often to admit to this struggle.
Ja tihti ei ole siiski sotsiaalselt aktsepteeritav tunnistada, et sul on see probleem.
So it is denied.
Ja seda eitatakse siis.
When we deny it, we keep help at arm's length.
Ja kui me seda eitame, siis me hoiame vähemalt käekaugusel selle abi.
And then matters get worse.
Ja see läheb hullemaks.
Mentally, relationally,
mentaalselt, suhetes,
professionally,
professionaalselt töö juures.
and listen, creatively.
Ja ka kuulake loovalt.
Without help, depression grows like a poisonous bush.
Ilma abita depressioon kasvab nagu mürgine põõsas.
It's a biblical topic,
See on piibellik
a
teema,
biblical issue.
piibellik probleem.
David suffered from extreme depression.
Taavet kannatas sügavast depressioonist.
So did the prophet Jonah,
Ja ka Joona, prohvet,
as did the apostle Paul.
ja ka apostel Paul.
And in John 17, when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane, the night he was betrayed, he had phenomenal depression.
Ja ka siis, kui Jeesus reedeti Johannese 17. peatükis, kui sellest räägib, tal oli ka depressioon.
It expresses itself in many ways.
See väljendab ennast mitmel viisil.
And we understand many of these ways.
Ja me saame aru mitmest nendest
It's
viisidest.
a reaction to a loss.
See on reaktsioon kaotusele.
The loss of someone we love.
Kaotus kellegist, keda me armastame.
Or the loss of a job.
Või töökaotus.
The loss of a relationship.
Kaotus, töökaotus.
Of course, it's a result of losses from natural disaster or from war or from occupation.
Või kaotus mingist looduskatastroofist või mingist sõjast või mingist.
And when we get news that our health is something is seriously wrong with our health, we react with depression.
või saame teada, et midagi on meie tervisega väga-väga valesti, siis meil tekib depressioon.
But let's go deeper.
Aga lähme veel sügavamale.
Depression is even more secret than that.
Depressioon on isegi salajasem kui see.
It can hide in the shadows.
See võib peita ennast varjudes.
It calls out our names. It pushes our buttons.
See kutsub meie nimesid, see vajutab meie nuppe.
And these are the dark sides of our personalities.
Ja need on meie tumedad pooled meie iseloomust, meie olemusest.
This side of our personality, this we call it the secret double, this alter ego, is very destructive.
See meie varjatud pool, secret double, nagu selle ingliskeelne pealkiri on, see on väga lõhkuv.
And it can lead to self-injury.
Ja see võib viia enesevigastusteni.
Broken relationship.
Katkine suhe.
And deeper and deeper and deeper sadness.
Ja sügavam kurbus.
And it takes away the motivation to do anything.
Ja see võtab ära motivatsiooni teha midagi.
And well-intentioned people ask the question, well, what's wrong with you?
Ja tegelikult täiesti heade motiividega inimesed küsivad, et mis sul viga on?
And we don't have an answer.
Ja meil ei ole vastust neile.
Because the problem is too deep for words.
Sest see probleem on liiga sügav, et seda sõnadesse panna.
Some of these expressions are tied to our past traumas.
Mõned need väljendused on seotud meie mineviku traumadega.
Why would a 10-year-old boy feel unimportant and unloved?
Miks peaks 10-aastane poiss tundma ennast ebaolulisena ja mitte armastatuna?
It's easier to understand when you know that that boy had 4 different fathers, none of whom were any good.
On lihtsam sellest aru saada, kui sa teaksid, et sel poisil on olnud 4 isa, kes ei olnud keegi hea.
It's easier to understand when you're told he was always told to shut up.
On lihtsam aru saada sellest poisist, kui sa teaksid, et talle kogu aeg öeldi, et jää vait.
Or that he's so stupid he doesn't know the color of his own poop.
Et ta on nii rumal, et ta ei tea isegi enda kakavärvi.
So he hides.
Nii et ta peidab.
He hides in unhealthy and fearful ways.
Ta peidab ennast ebatervislike ja kartuslikel
Speech becomes nearly impossible.
Tema jutt muutub võimatuks.
He trembles and he stutters.
Ta komistab enda jutus ja kokutab.
He knows that others are laughing.
Ta teab, et teised naeravad tema üle.
He cannot say his name. He can't answer the phone.
Ta ei saa öelda enda nime ega telefoni vastu võtta.
He can't say something without somebody mocking him.
Ta ei saa öelda midagi, et ilma et teised teda mõnitaksid.
This was the beginning of my journey of depression.
See oli minu depressiooni algus.
It was no longer a secret when it became public because of my tortured speech.
See ei olnud enam saladus, kui see sai avalikuks minu raske kõneviisi pärast.
Desperately, I sought to control it.
Siis ma proovisin hädavajalikult seda kontrollida.
I tried to hide it.
Ma proovisin seda peita.
And so very often when I came to words I couldn't say, I would secretly step on my toe hard to give myself pain someplace else so I have freedom to speak.
Ja kui ma mõnda sõna ei suutnud välja öelda, siis ma astusin endale varba peale selleks, et tunda valu, et ma saaksin rääkida.
And I sought help from others and others tried to help.
Ja ma otsisin abi teistelt ja teised proovisid mind aidata.
Speech therapists, counselors, music coaches.
Erinevad nõustajad, kõneabistajad.
And I'm not critical of any of them.
Ja ma ei ole üldse kriitiline nende suhtes.
But for me, my first breakthrough didn't come through formal relationships or professional care.
Aga minu esimene abi ei tulnud ametlike suhete või professionaalse aitajate läbi.
It came by relationship.
See tuli suhtest.
That's the first principle I want to say. Health for depression is helped through relationship.
See on esimene printsiip, mis ma tahan öelda, et abi tuleb läbi suhete depressiooni jaoks.
I was 14 years old and my Sunday school teacher was an old soldier.
Ma olin 14-aastane, minu pühapäevakooli õpetaja oli vana sõdur.
He was very tough, but he also was wise and tender.
Ta oli väga karm, aga samas tark ja õrn.
He noticed my speech.
ta märkas minu kõnet.
That when I tried to introduce myself, I would say, hello, my name is Chuck.
Et kui ma ennast tutvustasin, siis see kõlas täpselt niimoodi.
And it was painful.
Ja see oli valus.
And he helped me.
Ja tema aitas mind.
And he began to teach me to rethink my sentences.
Ja ta aitas mul hakata läbi mõtlema enda lauseid.
And to restructure them so that when I knew there was a word coming that I couldn't say, I would think of a new word in the process and learn how to substitute.
Ja ümber struktureerida lauseid siis nii, et kui ma teadsin sõna, mida ma ei suuda välja öelda, et ma mõtleksin mingi muu sõna selle asemele, mida öelda.
And with lots and lots of practice for many, many years, people don't know that I'm a stutterer.
Ja nüüd läbi aastate ja aastate harjutamist inimesed ei tea, et ma kokutan.
You don't know it, but I've been substituting words all morning.
Teie ei tea seda, aga ma olen hommik läbi asendanud sõnu.
And it was a Sunday school teacher that gave me the key.
Ja pühapäevakooli õpetaja oli see, kes andis mulle võtme.
It helped me with my depression.
See aitas mind minu depressiooniga.
Now, I'm going to stop and play another tune. And I guess I'm not going to be able to do everything I wanted to do.
Ja nüüd ma peatun ja mängin uue loo. Ja ma arvan, et ma vist ei jõua kõike rääkida, mida ma tahaksin. See on siis lugu, mis on ehitatud Beethoveni pala peale.
my story continues with others who came and expressed love to me.
Minu lugu jätkub siis teistega, kes tulid minu juurde ja väljendasid armastust minu vastu.
I hated church, and yet I started to go to a church where young people loved me.
Ma vihkasin kirikut, aga ometi ma hakkasin käima kirikus, kus noored inimesed armastasid mind.
And then I gave my life to Christ, and my life forever changed.
Ja siis ma andsin enda elu Jumalale ja mu elu igavesti muutus.
But it didn't result in automatic healing from depression.
Aga see ei võrdunud sellega, et ma automaatselt oleks terveks saanud.
But it certainly gave me someone to pray to and to depend on.
Aga see andis mulle kellegi, kelle suunas palvetada ja sõltuda kellestki.
I loved my piano.
Ma armastasin klaverit.
And I sat there and I cried and I prayed and I composed.
Ja ma istusin klaveri taga ja ma palvetasin ja ma nutsin ja ma kirjutasin lugusid.
And it helped my depression.
Ja see aitas mu depressiooniga.
And it helped me create.
Ja see aitas mul olla loov.
I learned how to paint when I was 50. I thought I was doing it for fun, but it was for healing.
Ja ma õppisin siis maalima, kui ma olin 50 ja ma arvasin, et ma teen seda nalja pärast, aga see oli tegelikult paranemiseks.
And it's helped me so much.
Ja see on mind nii palju aidanud.
And in the process I've learned to come to know and love many artists.
Ja selle protsessis ma olen õppinud tundma ja armastama palju artiste.
And in this process we've been able to work together to do things that we can't do alone.
Ja selles protsessis ma olen õppinud tegema asju, mida ei saa üksi teha.
There's a scripture verse that's common. It's commonly known in Romans chapter 8 verse 28.
Ja roomlaste siis raamatus Piiblis on 8. peatükk.
That's the Apostle Paul wrote, "For I know that all things work together for the good."
Kus apostel Paul ütleb, et ma tean, et kõik asjad kokku töötavad parema jaoks.
For those who love God.
Nende jaoks, kes armastavad Jumalat.
And are called to his purpose.
Ja on tema siis jaoks kutsutud.
His purpose involves our using the creativity he has created us with.
Can you repeat that?
His purpose involves our using the creativity he has created us with.
Tema mõte on siis kasutada meie loovust, mis tema on meile andnud, et luua.
May God bless you.
Jumal õnnistagu teid.
Thank you.
Suur tänu, C Kelley ja Kaspar Nummert, kes on meile arusaadavaks teinud, kes me seda keelt ei oska ja keelte rääkimise või tõlgendamise andi ka alati pole käepärast võtta. Aga me oleme liikumas nüüd sellisesse kannatusperioodi, nimelt tuleb lõunapaus, eriti kui seda mõista paastu ajal.